All right, I know I'm a few days late to this story, and a few other YouTubers and stuff have talked about it, and I fully realize that. I'm not trying to copy anybody. I literally want to tell my viewers about it too, for the people who missed it, and because to me, I want to make more Flames content. I want to try and attract more Flames viewers to this channel, and I feel like stories like this that are super interesting are very, very fascinating to talk about, and Flames fans are going to want to know about this stuff because this is the new face of the franchise, knowing about stuff about what he said to his past GM about being traded. So let's hear what Jonathan Huberdeau apparently said to Bill Zito when he got traded. So, I mean, this is such an interesting little story. Keith Yandle announced his retirement on Spittin' Chiclets last week with the boys, and Biz Nasty asked him, hey, is that true, the story about Huberdeau getting called by Bill Zito about the trade and him just responding F you when he got traded? And Keith Yandle said, yeah, it is. So basically what happened is that when Bill Zito informed Jonathan Huberdeau that he was getting traded to the Calgary Flames. And again, Yandle clarified it's not that Huberdeau was upset about being traded to Calgary, and that's why he said F you. No, just about getting traded in general. Like how Yandle described it is Huberdeau was basically telling the Zito, I can't believe you traded me. I just got 115 points this season, and after everything I've given to this franchise, I can't believe you just traded me like that without warning. Boom, right? So that's what Huberdeau was upset about, apparently. But it doesn't seem like Huberdeau was very happy. It seems like he was pretty sour to get dealt from the Florida Panthers, and it seems like it was a blindside to him. And hey, this isn't the first time this organization's done some blindside, shady type behavior. Remember the Gerard Gallant taxi incident? That was something, hey? So, hey, for Jonathan Huberdeau, this is something that I'm sure it fires him up. He mentioned on an interview, I think it was 2 days ago, where he said that he doesn't like Florida anymore. He's going to play against them, and he wants to score against his old team, and I'm sure there's some animosity there for sure. It's not like somebody like Tkachuk who really wanted out. He asked out, and he knew he was getting traded from the Flames. Huberdeau was kind of blindsided, smacked across the face out of nowhere, so I totally understand. I mean, a guy who was drafted in 2011 and really gave his all to the Florida Panthers franchise since breaking into the league in the lockout-shortened 2012-2013 season. They grew up with him there. A lot of people, Huberdeau's their favorite player, so hey, it was probably pretty emotional for him, and he mentioned as much, and it was shocking to him to get traded like that on a whim, basically, so I can understand the frustration. I mean, Bill Zito's not even the guy who drafted him, and it's not like they had a bad season or anything. Like, yeah, they had a bad series to get knocked out of the playoffs this past year, but I mean, as far as a season, they had a great season, and Huberdeau broke like the NHL record for assists by a left winger in NHL history, and you just traded him. I mean, if I was him, I wouldn't expect to be traded, so I understand his anger, and for Flames fans, just extra fuel to the fire for Jonathan Huberdeau here. Such an interesting little story. I mean, usually, I guess we don't hear it, so we don't know. Maybe some other players are that upset and they convey that anger over the phone when they get traded, but usually when you hear guys when they get traded, they're pretty professional. Okay, thank you for everything you've done for me. I'm moving on now. But for him to be like straight up upset like that, it shows you how blindsided he was and how emotionally connected he was to the Panthers organization. So, hey, I bet you he's a lot angrier than he lets on. And you're going to say, dude, of course he's angry. Look what he said. I bet you he's even angrier than he's letting on at the Florida Panthers. He's probably moving on from it now, getting over it a little bit, but I can totally understand the frustration, the blindsidedness, and it shows you the passion that Huberdeau plays with, and he's bringing it over to Calgary, and Yandle even said in the interview that Hubie's fired up to be going to Calgary, and he signed that long extension. He's ready to be like a star here. And yeah, I don't know. That's like, to me, the final chapter closed on the Florida Panthers Jonathan Huberdeau saga there. But hey, doesn't seem like Huberdeau and Bill Zito are on great terms right now. That's all I'm going to say. A little drama, a little spice to the soap opera that is the trade here. And I can't wait to see Tkachuk versus Huberdeau. That's going to be such a fun matchup to see. It's when Hubie's in Florida and in Calgary here. Going to be so fun. Going to be must-see viewing. But yeah, I want to know what you guys think about this one in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.